Hi everybody, it's Jessica from Tensita Johnson, and today we are back with this new ponytail style with two tiny Dutch braids and a big Dutch braid in the middle. We are starting with the middle section, so go and draw some kind of rectangular with the crown hair. So therefore I always take the middle of the eye as guideline, so go straight to the back. You see, more or less middle of the eye. If you have a mirror in front of you, it's always easier. And then do the same on the other side and then combine both edges so that you have a nearly square shape. For the time being, we are going to clip this part of the hair away. Take the remaining hair and bring it into a deep ponytail. Like this, you avoid that hair gets tangled in the middle while we are braiding the top section. The top section I prepare with some hair gel. You know, I like to use perhaps some water first if you have many flyaways. That was just water. Comb everything through. And then I apply with a toothbrush the hair gel. Like this, I don't have all the gel in my fingers. Because that makes that the strands are very slippy while I'm braiding. Don't forget to do the edges. So there where you have the part line, you go along with some hair gel. During the braiding process, you can always add some more gel if that is necessary. I always comb everything good and neatly through, and then I'm taking a not that thin section from the front hair, and I'm going to split this into 3 equal strands. Here you see them. And we start to bring the left under the middle, right under the middle, and when we are again at the left hand side, we bring in some extra hair. If you want it especially neat and you have short fingernails like me, just take the comb. So add in another portion of hair. Then you close this while bringing under the left hand strand, and you add in some new hair. Hold everything tight, very close to the scalp, bring under the right hand strand and add in a portion of hair from the right hand side. Make sure that you always start to take the hair from the part line from each side. You see here I'm bringing some extra gel to the length, and if you need, you comb that through again. Bring these strands to the other side if they are in your way. Add in some hair and pull tight. Then bring under the right hand side and add in another portion of hair. You see that I'm holding between my fingers always the other strands while I'm just working with the strand that I just brought under. But the strands are always separated in between of my fingers. This is important to have a neat result, and that's what we want, I guess. So we're doing this until there is no more hair to incorporate, so always bring under the middle strand the outer strand and add in some hair. I like to do it this way because like this the braid will not loose up while I'm adding in the hair. Keep on braiding, and here you see that there is no more hair to incorporate. I use especially at the edges some more gel, and then when you have all the crown hair that we sectioned off incorporated in your braid, we're going to make the length. For this style we are braiding this top braid until the end. So now I'm turning my hands like you probably noticed, and I'm braiding palms down. For me this gives a neater result, but because my model has thick hair too, it's easier when I'm braiding on the top of the head when I'm holding my palms down. Both things are possible in any moment of the hair. Please try different ways of braiding to feel what is the best for you. Braid until the braid is super tiny and then tie up with a little clear elastic. We don't want to see them so much. Now I'm going to prepare the side section, therefore comb it through, and we're going to section it right in the middle. But before we go, from the end of the top section diagonally to the ear, the rest of the hair goes into a deep ponytail away from the area where we are braiding. Now take this part of the hair, use some more water if you need. It's just for not bringing in too much gel. The gel should only be to fix the style, but not for the actual braiding process. And then I'm parting this triangle in the middle, parallel to the part line from the top. The section that I do not need right now goes into another little ponytail. Now I'm going to apply gel again, like I said, always around the edges, and then comb everything neatly through. And take a thin part from the front. Split this again into 3 equal strands and do exactly the same process. I do, because these are thin strands, 2 stitches before I add in the hair. But the pattern of braiding is exactly the same, the technique is the same. You bring under the outer strand here from the top and add in hair from the top. Then bring under the strand from down and add in a portion of hair. And like this, you do it until you run out of hair that you want to incorporate. Keep on braiding. And if you can, you just leave the comb and do it with your fingers. The bringing in the new hair, it's actually more comfortable, but like I told you, I have very short fingernails, so sometimes it's easier with the comb, but it's also good and quicker, faster way if you don't need the comb. When we're going to the length again, I add in some more hair gel just to make sure there won't be flyaways. Stay close to the scalp while you bring in the last portions of hair into your strands. Now we're going to do more stitches of this Dutch braid. It's Dutch braid always when we bring the strands under the middle strand, and it's a French braid when we bring them over. If you would like to see a French braid tutorial, just go back through our videos and you will find this technique too. And we're going to braid this second thinner braid also until the end, and then tie up with a tiny hair elastic. Now this one is going to be braided only until it reaches the big middle braid, and I do exactly the same thing like we have been twice doing already before. So as we start with thin strands, do 2 stitches before you incorporate the hair, and now braid until there's no more hair to add in. This braid is going to be a bit thinner because we have less hair actually that we are braiding. And please be sure that this video is made faster than the braiding process. I always like to take my time, to have everything neat, to hold everything tight, close to the scalp. There is no need to rush if you want to have a nice result. And if you're going to prepare braids for school, then I can give you the advice to do that the night before, perhaps after you wash the hair, when it's air dried and a little bit damp still, then it's a good moment to braid. Use a satin cap for sleeping, that helps. Here you see, when I reach the triangle, I just make sure that my braid reaches until the middle, and I'm also already braiding to that point where I want to reach. And then I'm taking some more clear elastics and tie this braid off, secure it, and that's it. We are done with braiding so far. The other side is the same section of hair, so from the end of the top hair diagonally to the ear. I do not want to braid the other side for one reason. First of all, I like it when it's not symmetrical, and on the other hand, we both decided, my model and me together, that it would be too many braids and that we wanted the braid accent on one side, but we thought it's also very pretty when one side just stays like this. And we're combining this section of hair now with the second braid from her right hand side. So you see, I bring the braid from down over the ear from the right hand side together, and the other two are going to be tied with a clip in the front, and we're going to do the high ponytail now. Therefore, take the remaining hair, use some gel with the toothbrush to avoid the flyaways and to make this hairstyle last longer. Comb everything to the tiny ponytail that you did with the two side sections, or with the one side section and the right little braid. You combine all this, and I take here no clear elastics, I take the stronger ones, and now we're going to incorporate the middle big braid with a small hair elastic because it's just to fix it. And then I use the topsy tail tool to finish this, some spray gel for the strand that I'm going to wrap around. Everything is always combed through. And now I'm taking the topsy tail again, and the last stitch from our big braid is going to be the loop where we bring the top braid through. The top braid, the first the braid in the middle. So, and you pull this to the other side, and this is our final result. 2 cornrows on her right hand side and a big Dutch braid in the middle, the sleek look from her left hand side, and there you see the extra one that comes from the other side. Thank you for watching. If you're new on our channel, please subscribe. Bye bye.